The news. The news.
A lot of newsworthy.
Welcome back to This Month in Flesh and Blood, our semi-monthly, semi-accurate news broadcast featuring all the news most noteworthy in the world of Flesh and Blood. My name is Sam O'Byrne, joined as always by my co-anchor, award-winning shoutcaster Mitch Uber Leslie. Mitch, it's been a while. New father, Overwatch League is back in swing. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, pretty.
And now, on to the news. The Flesh and Blood World Championship is set to occur sometime this fall, and the community remains in the dark, desperately searching for clues as to the location of the exciting event. No word yet as to what is holding up the reveal, although our news desk has obtained a photograph of James White as he attempts to secure a European location. As is evidenced by the photograph, things are looking grim.
Oldham has left us. The powerhouse duo of Michael Feng and Pablo Pintor combined their powers to send the grandfather of eternity into living legend status, a monumental happening in Flesh and Blood that was celebrated by players all around the world. The hero was criticised for its above-rate blocking ability and tendency to push games to fatigue, leading to uninteractive gameplay and a general sense of horrible, broken malaise. However, due to the timing of the banned and restricted announcement, Oldham remains legal in Classic Constructed, meaning we all at home have to watch this bullshit until July.
In other news from the Road to National season, everyone's favorite elemental Runeblade has survived living legend against all odds. Briar, Warden of Thorns, has ended the RTN season with 998 living legend points, leaving her, and critically, her weapon, just shy of the living legend status that so many covet for her. When asked for comment on the matter, Brian Gottlieb is reported to have said, Mauve, Shrill, Rosetta for 1, 2, and 2. Also, go yourself.
Spoiler season for the next Flesh and Blood set Dusk till Dawn just around the corner, of course, with some members of the community being given special early spoilers due to their affiliation with certain heroes. Heroes like Oldham, Briar, and even Shiana are receiving new specializations this new set, and the Arachne community has to be excited to receive one for the Contracted Killer. In exciting news, we here at AGE have been granted the permission to share that highly anticipated new card. Without further ado, the Arachne specialization from Dusk till Dawn, Suicide. Reports say that somehow this will see more play than Regicide.
Shocking. In financial news, after watching a YouTube video, Sam O'Byrne, have come to the conclusion that Flesh and Blood is a loot box game first and a TCG second. And you know what? I'm going to go on to Twitter to share my findings. Hold on. I'm getting word from our producers that my car has been keyed, my house burned down, my cat has run away, and somebody drowned my goldfish. And yes, I am hearing that Jeff Hoogland has blocked me on Twitter. I am glad to see that all parties have let cooler heads prevail.
Boy Wonder, Kid Power, 90-day XP King Brodie Spurlock has made the journey to Los Angeles to compete in yet another Battle Hardened, fresh off a journey to Singapore for the Calling, Pittsburgh for the Realm Games Roll, Antwerp for the Calling, Baltimore for the Pro Tour, Auckland for the Calling, back to Baltimore for the Battle Hardened, and more events in more places than I can name. He'll come to your wedding. He'll come to your bar mitzvah. He'll volunteer for jury duty, as long as there's a 3 times XP multiplier. He has told the news desk that he has finally completed his 4 years of training necessary to prepare for the Calling Venus. Unfortunately, only one other competitor has signed up for the exclusive and absurdly out-of-the-way tournament, Pro Tour champion Michael Feng.
As Road to National season comes to a close, many players have been discussing if past national champions should receive automatic invitation to the next year's championships, as certain players are upset with having to defeat these world-class opponents just to make top 4 and receive their invite. Now, as the discussions continue, I have received the tournament notes of my 6-year-old cousin Johnny, who went to his very first RTN just this season. He's actually given me permission to share these with you now. Oh God. Oh God. The sky has turned crimson and the air itself burns. My lungs grow heavy with the weight of what is descending upon us all. For what is divinity but this terrible ending that approaches from on high. He has come. He has come. The angel of death. And I welcome this blessed end. In unrelated news, congratulations to Michael Hamilton for winning an RTN in Indianapolis.
The hunt is on. Dusk Till Dawn is confirmed to have a serialized artist-proof cards within their booster packs. This has led to enormous anticipation amongst the Flesh and Blood community as thousands seek to obtain this special artifact from their packs. It is thought that these cards will command an exceptionally high price, though there is sure to be some discrepancy between the chain and prism artist proofs. It is estimating pulling a prism proof would hold value equivalent to a jet ski or a small private plane, while pulling a chain could net the holder an entire Bolton, Breaker of Dawn deck in Classic constructed, as long as you proxy the Courage of Bladehold.
I don't have one of those.
Yes, well, I do.
The Arcane Games and Events series here is in full swing, with another entry in their tournament series happening here in this venue tomorrow, as well as an exciting $3,000 Players' Championship approaching this August. Not to be outdone, the Dromai Players community held their very first annual Only Dromai tournament just this last weekend, with 100 Dromai players registering for the invitational tournament from all around the world. Now, in an odd turn of events, however, even though Dromai was the only hero represented on day one, only 3 managed to make day 2, and only 1 into the top 8. The event itself was won by Oldhim.
And finally, we here at AGE are proud to welcome Taylor Morrow of the Attack Action podcast into the casting booth for this battle-hardened weekend. We send our love to our missing brother-in-arms, Colin Honigman, one of Taylor's co-hosts on the Attack Action podcast. We here at AGE didn't realise that Colin had been replaced by Taylor until well into the second round, given their multitude of similarities, including their powerful moustaches, nearly identical glasses, and inability to win an armory since 2021. My name is Mitch Leslie, and I'm glad they've never gotten another spoiler. No, I'm not. Why'd you put this in? I didn't write this part.
Uber. Shh. Uber. This has been This Month in Flesh and Blood. Until the next time, good draws and good night. Never speak to me like that again. You understand? You understand what we're doing here? Never.